One interesting thing, bro, that you spoke on earlier that I felt that was very interesting is when you said you were living in your car after, you know, this whole movie that you filmed, in which we on the outside, nigga, that was a big movie to us. Like,
and people think that,
you know. So like, can you explain a little bit about that?
I mean,
situation?
it's just like, you know, because I'm not gonna put it all to me not getting a good deal, or, you know, this is like stuff,
no,
you know,
yeah.
This is like stuff that's like me growing up in the projects and getting a large lump sum of money and not knowing where to put it, and then running through it and not thinking about, you know what I'm saying, saving and you know what I mean. So that really was kind of on me in that sense. You feel me? Like, you know, completely on me.
So what you said is that you got money from the film.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you know, I didn't get a fuck ton. It's like motherfuckers thinking I'm making, like, you know, I didn't even make 100,000. You know what I mean? From like, I'm not gonna say what I made, but I didn't even make 100,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's motherfuckers out here like, oh, you on now? It's like, what the fuck do on me, nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I made enough to whatever. It's still, like I said. Yeah. And that was my first movie, so it's like I don't have like a cap to where I can be like, I need at least this. It's my first movie, so they're like, this will be gonna give you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Period. For sure. And you gonna take that, unless you don't want to make the movie. You feel me? So you know what I mean. So you know, and I wasn't being, and it's like you getting your checks in increments. So it's like, if I'm getting, it wasn't a very long shoot, but if I'm getting, however many a week, I don't want to say no numbers, however many a week, and it's not the large lump sum, then it's like, when I get it that week, I'm like, getting this, and I'm not thinking about syndrome. Exactly, bro, because you never had nobody telling you how to, what to invest in and what to, all of this stuff with which I'm just now learning about because I just started to teach myself, but just because I started to teach myself, still wasn't nobody to be like, feel me? Oh, do this and do that with your money and do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like, I've been a very independent person most of my life, so I didn't reach out a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? And I just
you think you have folks that you could have reached out to?
I think I did. Because I was in a bunch of programs, and I got a lot of mentors and people that care about me, and white people that know what to do with their money that I could have reached out to.
Gotcha. That's what I'm saying.
Straight up. Yeah. So yeah, so that was on me, but it's like, but that just go to show you, it's like, I mean, that's the story for a lot of, that's the story for a lot of actors, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's a lot of people, Brett, I was in, in Power, Omari, whatever, he was living in a car at one point. Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes that's how it goes, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't know what to do with your shit.
So, piggybacking off that, I think, bro, that shit, like, that's the epitome of what it means to actually like become an artist. And when I say become an artist, I mean you're making money from your art and people are knowing you because of your art. Not saying no one else is not an artist, but they're up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? But I think the having the mindset that you had while you were doing that movie, right? Or even after it, like a lot of niggas can be like, I'm living my car, fucking shit, I'm gonna go work at Safeway or somewhere and just call it a night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you still had the drive, you still had the ambition to be like, nah, this is what I do.
Yeah, I was like, this is only temporary. It's like, this not, just because I'm staying in my car, which is fine. I grew up living in the car with my dad. It's nothing.
Come on, bro.
It's nothing to above. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, obviously that's not the ideal situation, but I'm not finna sit here and mope over it. I know that there's still opportunities. I was still able to film auditions when I was living in my car. I was still able to get shit done. I still got my phone. I can still check my email. I can still do whatever it is I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
because it's just like a lot of niggas, but like I say this all the time to people because they be thinking I'm crazy, right? Like, when are you ever gonna stop trying to get on? When are you ever gonna stop trying to, do your shit, right? I'm like, nigga, I'm never gonna stop. You know why? Because the lowest I ever been was like you said, living in a car with my dad when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I've been through that already. So there's nothing that anyone can take from me or say that I'm not going to get that's going to scare me from going after what the fuck I want to get.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so the fact that you even said it or said that, like that's real life, nigga, that just cemented how I feel. Because I feel like if you went through some hard shit, some hard shit, and you know what you want, then you might as well just go out and get it because you know the worst thing that can happen. You already been through.
I'm saying, and I learned from a young age that, you know, I grew up in and out of foster homes and shit when my dad couldn't take care of me because of his addiction, whatever. And I remember running away from foster homes being like 6, 7 years old, right? And asking a stranger on the street, 6, 7-year-old kid asking a stranger on the street, can I use your phone to call somebody? Motherfuckers being like, no. And that's when you learn from a young age, don't nobody give a fuck.
At all.
Nobody cares. Especially about no little black kid, especially about no black, you know what I mean, little black boy. Mm-hmm. Nobody gives a fuck. Mm-hmm. So it's up to you. Mm-hmm. And you can't be waiting on shit. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna, that's not how it works. Like, you know, like Al Pacino said, like I think it was Al Pacino that said, like, I asked God for a bike, right? But I know God doesn't work that way. So I stole a bike and I asked God for forgiveness. No, you gotta go get it.
No, 100%. Exactly.
You know Straight up.
You gotta go get it, nigga.
Exactly.
You know, straight like that. So do you